One. All
Merry
right, we're
Christmas.
back. Week before playoffs, week 14, last week of the regular season. So we got Blockhead here, we got Ants. We're gonna talk about the playoffs, who's in, who's out. Um, I'm gonna throw it over to Ants. If you have an explanation on what's going on here.
Yeah, so obviously we got last week and there's a lot of stuff still up in the air. So let's talk about pause or let's talk about stuff that is locked in that cannot change. Here's what we know. Fucked again, Ed, number one spot. Nothing can change that this week. You, phony handshakes cannot change. Number four seed. That is what we know for sure. That is certain. The other thing that's certain is Blockhead. His head's looking even bigger today. Um, you're just a wide individual, you know that. Blockhead is in the playoffs now. He's either two or three seed. We don't know. There's still some stuff that could shake out. Which that even obviously two seed buy, three seed no buy. Um, and I guess the other certainty is obviously Fluff as well. So Fluff won the division. The division winners are set. The only thing at the top, like I said, is two and three between Blockhead and Fluff, and Phony is at four, 5 and 6.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say we got a 5 and 6, got some battle here.
5 and 6 is gonna be very interesting this week. What do we say? We have one, two, three, four. Well, we got four. We got four teams for two spots, right?
Four
Blockhead.
teams, two spots. Yep.
Four
Yeah,
teams, two
yeah.
spots. What we know, Wacky and the Kicks control their own destiny. They win, they are in, and that would be the cleanest way. But if not, there's a whole lot of shit that can. There's a whole lot of stuff that could happen, and chaos, chaos. Break it down, Blockhead. What do we got? What are we looking at?
All right, so right here we're looking at there. So back to the 2 and 3. Make it simple here. Fluff wins. He's two. Fluff wins this week, gets the bye. I can't do
Yes,
anything about it. I win and Fluff wins. I still get the three. I got to play the first week. Fluff gets by. Now, this is where it gets interesting here. Wacky Wavy Arms wins, like Craig said, he's in. Now, if he wins and I win, that pushes Fluff out of the two, me and the two, him into the three. But here's the thing. If Mark wins, he retains the 5 seed. He can't get out of the 5 seed. He's got the head-to-head against Ricky Kicks here. So that would make Mark, Josh, and Ed on the same side of the bracket, pushing me, Turtle, Fluff, and Ricky Kicks onto the other side with me and Ed in the buys. So if you're Ricky Kicks and Turtle and me, you're sitting in a real good position here. This is on the side of the bracket you want to be. You don't want to be with those monsters over there, and having the battle in the first round of playoffs. So you got an interesting matchup between Handshakes here and Ricky Kicks. Now, if you're Ricky Kicks, do you want to win this game? Yes. You don't want to leave it up to chance of the other games, but you know, if Mark's losing and you're losing, you might get pushed in that 5th seed. You might have to play a monster and phony handshakes first week again.
there was there. What do you think about talks about? There's rumors that somebody is not, and I didn't even check lineups because ants are done, and I'm just tuning in for, as a fan now. But is the phony handshakes gonna fill their quarterback position?
My question is this, and Josh made a point to
I
me.
mean,
I
people
think
are
it's
talking.
fair.
I
It
think
is
it's.
fair. I think you should have to fill a team, but also this, he doesn't have a
I do
backup
too.
quarterback. He
I
doesn't
do
have a
too.
backup
But it
quarterback on his
was
team. Now you're gonna force him to spend $3 to pick up that backup quarterback to play for 1 week and drop. It's making an argument here. I mean, I'm
if
saying
you
if you really want to
were,
start a
but if you
quarterback,
were on the outside looking in, say
that's
you're a Big Butler bids or a
a,
perk,
yeah.
and you need either Kicks or Mark to lose, and you
What I'm
see
saying is,
and you see Phony not playing a quarterback, how you feel about Philly? I'm
Well,
pissed.
you're the commission. You got to bring the hammer down. We don't think we've had a situation
Look,
like
look, I will throw
I
my
said I
piece in
don't
on
agree
this.
with it, but there's also not a rule set. We didn't. I mean, we don't have a rule in place that says you have to. I mean,
I'm not trying to throw the game or anything. I picked up the Bailey guy. He's starting for New Orleans. I made my starting lineup is the best starting lineup I can make it, other than Drake May at quarterback. If you want to throw me a quarterback and give me a waiver on that, I will start a quarterback if needed. Why am I spending $3 to pick up a quarterback? Like that, it does nothing for me. And I'm in a spot
happened.
where I can control my things, so it's like, well, I want to play Rick in the first round anyways. I still think I'm going to beat Rick without a quarterback, personally,
I say,
but
I say, I say,
I don't want an uproar.
because we do not have a rule. I say we forego this $3 charge here, allow him to pick up a quarterback and play it. I think that's the fairest way to go about it, and then vote upon new rules at the beginning of next season.
yeah, I mean, we can't just make a new rule at the last week of the regular season.
I
So,
mean, but that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna let him do it. You're gonna let him not field a team. I feel like you should have to field a team. That's the idea of fantasy, but
but it's up to him.
it's
He's
up to him. Yeah, but I'm saying you got to make. You're the commissioner. I'm saying I'm just giving you ideas. You
I'm
gotta make what
saying
I'm
it was
saying.
never voted on, so I can't just say I can't make
Yeah,
him play a
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's what that's what
I
I'm saying.
don't think we can change the rules at this
Oh, no,
point
you're
because
good. I
that's
was just saying that's an
unfair.
idea. That's an idea. But if he doesn't want to
You
play,
know, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to play quarterback. But what's stopping Ricky Kicks from throwing this game? Ricky Kicks doesn't have to play quarterback. Then he can sit out half his team if he wants to lose. So.
No, but no,
if
that doesn't.
Ricky kicks needs to win to get in.
Well, we gotta. Well, he needs to do some research because even if he ties Michael and Matt, he might be in over them. So there might be no
He's
point to
not
him.
because his division record. Okay, Ricky kicks to get in with a loss. That would mean either Mark loses as well. If Mark and Ricky are tied, like you said, Mark gets in over kicks
Okay, yeah. So say Mark
because
wins.
they'll
It's
have
down
the
to
same division record at 3-3. Mark, unless kick scores, Mark has him in points for by over 100 points.
yeah.
So Mark
Say
gets a
Mark
nod.
gets the fifth seed. Now it's down to
But if the bids win and kicks loses, the bids are in over kicks.
now
If they tie, if they
you're
have
hundred
the same
percent
record,
you're 100% sure about that.
if kicks and bids have the same record, bids is in.
How do you know that? You 100% sure. We don't
Yes,
know the rules.
bids would go 5-1 division record, and kicks would have a 3-3 division record.
So
Okay.
are you saying if kicks and bids are just tied, no one else is tied with them?
Yeah, just say bids.
No,
Yes,
that's not true. So if you look at it, look at Perk and Bids. Perk and
yep.
Bids are tied right now. But Perk is 7 seed, Bids is 8. So if it's just two people, it goes off of points for. So Rick will have if it's but the confusing thing comes in if Perk wins or Mark loses and there's a three-way tie. Then I think that you're right with the division thing comes into play. I just don't know how that works. I think if that happens, Big Butler bids could jump Mark and kicks somehow because they'll be 5-1 in their division.
What's the
That's what
match?
I'm saying. It gets complicated where
Mike was looking to smash Mr. Girth this
with
week.
yeah, and that's what dude.
Dak
He could
Prescott.
end up getting. I could end up playing Big
Yeah,
Butler
wait,
bids.
that is confusing that Perk is over the bids right now.
Well,
No,
I'm gonna tell
because
you one
if
thing
it's
here.
two
Points
teams,
for
it goes off of points for. When there's three teams, it's different.
division record
I'm
first.
gonna ask chat.
I'm gonna tell you one thing here. Watch out for this bids team. I think they get it done this week, and they smashed me last week. It didn't even matter if I played the right guys. Team dropped 150 some points. It's a season high for him. And AJ Brown looks good, and Dak played good last night. I think he wins this week, and a lot of things happen. I think he can make the playoffs. I think he's in, and we were writing him off. We were writing him off in the beginning of the year,
So
and
out of
the year.
let's just do this. So let's do a little bit of bubble watch bracketology.
If you're Ricky, you got to win. I don't
Give
think
me
you
give
can't
me your
change.
percentages of those final four
I
teams.
don't think Mark. Just looking off this matchup here, if you're taking it back to Where's my tab at? You got matchups here. I just think personally, and I could be wrong. I think look at this Fluff game. Oh, it's a close game. It's
It's
a
a very,
close game.
it's going to be a very
I think
close.
Fluff is missing people though. Drake London out for Fluff again. Tet on bye, Henderson on bye, and you got Luther Burden starting, Brian Thomas Jr. unproven. Yeah, I just think Mark has it. I don't like Lamar Jackson. He didn't practice a couple of days ago. Was bummed out this week. So I don't like Zay Flowers. I think Mark wins this. I give Mark a 90% chance of making the postseason here.
The only thing, holy shit. Aubrey put up 23 points.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
he
reason
did
why.
watch
That's the
it.
reason. That's the
smokes.
reason why the game is projected
That's
to.
the only reason why this game is going to be close.
Yeah,
I
that's what
think.
I'm
I
saying.
think. I mean, we could be.
We could be wrong. I'm not trying to take a shot at Fluff or Turtle. I'm just saying I like
Nah,
Mark,
it's just the Turtles got a lot of people on by.
and I'll give
And it's
Mark
got.
some.
I mean, Drake London's still out,
I'll give
but
Mark some credit. That's a ballsy start from St. Brown, and it paid off. You coming off a guy that practiced all week, and then you throw him in there, and he gets you 15. Ballsy.
yeah, still. I mean, still a little. I mean, you'll take it, but still, I think you probably wanted at least 20 there. But
Nah.
again, you're right. He didn't practice all week.
Jameer Gibbs had a
Pickens had a yeah.
Jameer Gibbs
So
had
just give me your percentage right now. Who's
90,
of who gets in the playoffs?
90 for Mark, and I give I give a 65% chance for kicks. I give a 50 for Michael, and I give a 10% chance for Kirk. He's just not beating me this week. Teams pissed off about the last week. We're coming back with a vengeance. We're winning. We're ending Kirk's playoff chances this week. So I do like the bids. I think the bids handle girth, and I think they get some help in the divisions up above.
So you're saying right now your prediction is Wacky
I'm
and
thinking
Bits.
wacky or either kicks or bids are taking that last
Okay,
playoff.
so I looked something up again. They give the most generic things ever and does not talk about three-way ties. It just says total fantasy points is the first thing. So I don't think bids can make the playoffs at this point.
Oh, if that's it, yeah. Then if that's it, I don't think bids can make playoffs.
Yeah. So they're out. So
Yeah.
pretty
All right,
much
well, never
if
mind.
let's just say it's that because I don't
Retract
know
that.
how to figure
Retract.
this out.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna come down to if Rick loses, I think Matt has to outscore him by like 30 points, and then he's in.
okay. Yeah, that makes better sense. Yeah, if it's based off that, Mark's definitely in. And I have Ricky 75% chance to Perks 25.
Or Matt has to outscore Rick by 6 points or 7 points. That's it.
Oh,
So is it?
what
I
is
will
bids?
say
What
though,
is bids points for?
it's low.
Low
It's like 100 points lower than Rick's.
1348.
And then who's closest to him? Kicks. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
done. He made a
he's
nice
done.
run,
Mark
but
Wacky has the highest out of those four by far, by a lot.
I
Wacky has
will.
1603.
Yeah,
Kicks is the second
Wacky's definitely.
closest at 14, at almost 1500, 1496. So if it's points four, if that's truly what it is, and a division record does not mean a thing, then Mark is Wacky's pretty much in regardless, I would say. If that's
I
truly how it is.
I will say this though with Perk is Michael Wilson's is starting.
Yeah,
Harrison's out.
I did just see that. It's not
Harrison's out
good.
again?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a problem.
This is insane that we
Well, I
don't
got
know.
you set, so hopefully we get some points shaved off that.
That's true. Okay,
Same
yeah,
touchdown
you
passes
actually
for
you have a
him.
good scenario with that actually.
I canceled that out a little bit. I think he has a good game. I think I'm gonna hurt in that retrospect. I got Vidal and Bijan, A-Chain, hoping they have big games. My biggest concern now is tight end. I had to make a trade. My flex and my backup wide receiver were terrible. Gave away McBride. I was hoping to be good with Gadsden and Kincaid. Bad week from Gadsden. Hoping Kincaid can bounce us back here with a solid game now that he's back. But
Yeah.
I do think there's some playoff woes or concerns for Team Blockhead. It's not looking good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't it doesn't tell me anything about how these are
All
three-way
right.
ties are handled.
I think we got that figured out here. So let's talk a little bit about the trades. We had that big week. We kind of went through it. Who ended up weeks later? Who do you think ended up being the winners and losers from all those crazy trades?
But I could tell you who lost.
Who?
The, the guy sitting on the Zoom right here.
Hear me
He
out. Now you gotta be
he
real here.
Bah.
he lost.
What did I lose on here? Break it down for me.
He lost.
I will. I'm gonna pull everything up here.
It's Greg.
Yeah,
Break it down.
You
I
gave
need to pull
up.
everything out. I would say as of now as well. Um, I mean, I think Wacky won.
Wacky won.
Wacky won.
Wacky got me pretty good. I
Um,
shouldn't have done that trade. That was the one trade that I slacked on. He did a great job getting Chase Brown. His lineup solid.
yeah,
And
I
he
mean,
got Collins.
and he got Nico.
Who did he dump for Mark actually I'm actually gonna head over to Mark's team. He had some good trades this
But
year. There's a lot of good trading.
I
He
yeah,
got Mark started out with getting Devontae Adams for Dobbins and Thomas.
yeah.
from who? Whose team was that?
He got Big Butler bids there.
Oh gosh.
So he gets Devontae for pretty much nothing.
I mean, if you got to get it down to you get a manager of the year, it's got to be Mark for his trade. And Michael just beat his team to the ground. This was a bad season for my fellow partner, dual manager of a team. The Ibuka trade. Well, it's looking better now that Ibuka's been sucking the last couple of weeks, but that was a bad trade. It's another bad trade with him and Mark, and then on top of it, did a third bad trade when he took Mark's deal over Craig's again. I just think he had a bad season.
Who?
Bad season. Michael, I think Michael lost every trade he made this year, is what I'm saying. I think he was the
No, he
The
did not.
going
He
back to
actually
that
going
first
back going
trade.
back to the beginning of the year.
he made up for it though. He got Dak and Walker from me and made a little run.
Yeah, but what do
He
you
robbed me on that one actually. I got
what do
well,
you,
I mean, I ended up flipping Thomas, but he did a
well,
good job with
who
that.
started with Thomas? Was it
Um,
Mark? Did Mark draft him?
Mark started with Thomas.
Yeah, he should have never traded for Thomas to begin with.
No,
That
that was
bad trade.
dumb. But that was Devontae Adams wasn't doing anything then.
Yeah, but you have to know who's in a better position: Brian Thomas Jr. or Devontae Adams. It just Matthew Stafford's looking like he's having an MVP season. He's throwing every time they get in the red zone, it's a slant to Adams. No one can cover
So here's what Mark ended up trading. Mark traded Thomas, Dobbins, Myers, Swift, and Johnston for Devontae Adams, Collins, and Chase Brown.
it. Solid.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
Solid. You gotta give a manager of the year award. He's most definitely the front runner. Just think he had a good trade year. His team's in a good position.
What do we? So what was the worst trade?
I gotta think it's Ibuka for Kamara, but Ibuka is kind of winding down at the end of the year, so maybe not. I mean, at the time it just didn't work out. Evans was injured, Godwin was injured. They thought when they
I
both
don't know. That's up there. The other one is the Jefferson trade, man. That
Jefferson
was
trade
that's
was
I think it
that
was a
might
bad
kill
trade. I took a
that
hit
that
to
that's gonna
shut.
that I mean, you can't win the championship this year. Your
I
team,
gotta see I gotta see what Hampton
but
does. Yeah,
that trade costed you a chance to win the championship. Okay.
I mean, wait, because I give up McBride.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
well, who was I playing in the flex at receiver?
Morgan Hampton might not play again this
All right,
year.
but was I playing Parker Washington at wide receiver two, and was I playing Josh Downs at the flex, or what was I doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Was I supposed to just lay there and play two guys that might score 5 points every week? I mean, took a shot at Jefferson, not working out, but you got to do something. I can't just field a team that has zero chance. I had to take a chance.
The
yeah.
other that's a bad trade. We'll see with the last trade that was made this year between Ants and myself and Fluff. Drake London Is,
On
is
his,
he coming back or
on
no?
his third game miss, and then he comes back. He's with the new quarterback, unproven. I said it's a
So it could,
risk either way.
but I mean that trade did, looking back, did nothing for me. I
And
needed to,
it's done nothing
I
for
needed to run the table, and the big the big guy I got in that trade, Jameson Williams, got 0 points that week that played him. So literally zero.
What the first week?
The week I needed to win, and
That
that's
guy
the whole reason I
sucks,
traded
dude.
London, because I needed to win and a lot of help, and he
uh,
pushed. But yeah, that trade could. I mean, Fluff really didn't give up anybody huge, so.
No, he
But
didn't.
for me,
It was it
that
was worth it
traded,
for him.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so I would say the best. Yeah, I think between Wacky and unfortunately Phony, and that's still that stupid trade Fluff did for McCaffrey. Um, I think those are the two. If we're talking about winners, those two trades.
All right, so I'm gonna go through. I gave you Mark's thing. We got a minute left. I'm gonna have to send a new link out. Here's what I ended up with. I sent off Kamara, Walker, Prescott, Ridley, Charbonnet, Bowers, Michael Wilson, and DJ Moore for Josh Jacobs, Harvey, McCaffrey, Jawan Johnson, and Pearsale.
wait, you have Josh Jacobs, McCaffrey, and Taylor.
Yeah,
Christ.
you remember you complained about it, dude.
Yeah, played with a lot. There's a lot of bad trades this year.
But all you do is you don't try. You just sit back and let it all happen.
I mean,
Everyone's
what do
passing you by, dude.
you want me to do?
You gotta find your people to
I mean,
trade
I was
with.
late to the get-go. A lot of these trades I would never in my wildest imagination would I think anyone would ever do. So I was late to the party to begin with.
All
And then
right,
at that point,
I gotta end this here.
at that
I'm gonna
point
send a new one
I
out
had
here.
no assets. I have no assets, and people
All
get
right, yeah, okay. Well, we'll send it out.